Hello, Tampa Bay. It's week 14 of the NFL season. And guess what? We got a Bucks game this week, and I couldn't be more excited. But you know, one of the things about sports is, it's kind of one of my favorite things too, is that no matter where you start, from Pee Wee football to high school to college to pro, every team and every season has a story to tell. Story starts in the beginning. You know, who's on your team, the training camps. Then the story evolves into the season. Who do you pick up? You know, who gets hurt? Who can't make it through the remainder of the season? What games did you lose by 3 points or by a point, or the games that you should have won? So the end of the book right here is so important to me. I mean, I'm excited to dive into the last chapter of the Bucks season. You know, the Bucks right now, the Bucks are a good team, but I think that they should be better than this. And I am hoping that coming out of the bye, we're going to see a fired up Bucks team. Now, last week I was 10-5 with my picks. I didn't do too bad. This week we got a full schedule of games. There's no more byes. Everybody plays. Now, the Bucks in most of the power rankings are anywhere from the number 9 team to the number 11 team. They've kind of fallen a little bit. So, at this point in time, you know, it is important for us to see the Bucks win at least 3 of the 4 next games. This would hopefully get them into that wild card position. You know, listen, the competition that they have, I honestly am putting the bar high. I believe that the Bucks should win the next 4 games. They're coming into this game against the Vikings really healthy. Everybody's going to probably be playing. They're rested up. They don't have anybody sitting out. And I expect to see the best of the Bucks that we can get. I want to see this team come out and beat up on the Vikings, then go up against the Falcons, the Lions, and then back with the Falcons again. That's 4-0 to me. That's the playoffs. And that means we're going into the playoffs this year, and I couldn't be happier. So let's see if that happens. But you know, the real pressure right now, the pressure is going to be on the offense and the offensive coordinator, Brian Leftwich. We've had the bye week. He's probably had time to see tapes. How is he going to gel this offense and Tom Brady so that it is a well-oiled machine for the remainder of this season? That's what I want to see. Because if this team does not come out and is not scoring 28, 35 points a game against these teams that they have left on the schedule, then I think that there is a problem someplace. I don't know if they're holding Tom Brady back. I don't know if he's not listening. I'm not positive where it's at, but I expect to see the kitchen sink in these next few games. You know, like I said, I expect to go 4-0. That would put us at 11-5, and there should be no excuses why the Bucks don't make the playoffs. So now, we do have that tough Minnesota Vikings team. They're fighting for the playoffs as well. You know, Kirk Cousins has been hot. He's got those wide receivers, Justin Jefferson. He's a great rookie wide receiver. We got Adam Thielen, and we got to have to control the ground game with Dalvin Cook. He's a tough character. I think he's one of the best running backs in the league when he's healthy. So it's imperative that the team comes out and plays 100% the entire game, and you know, basically just take the game away from the Vikings right away. We can't fall behind. We can't give them any touchdowns ahead. We got to jump on them, and we got to make it hurt. So anyways, so listen, let me get to some picks here now. So these picks this week, some of them are pretty tough because we have some great matchups this week. You know, we got the New England Patriots and the Rams. I'm going to take the Rams in that game. We got the Minnesota Vikings and Tampa Bay. Well, of course, I'm going to go with Tampa Bay. And I think this game is going to be a shootout. I don't think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think it's going to be a shootout. You got Arizona and the Giants. The Giants are motivated because they have a chance to make the playoffs, but I do believe that I believe they're going to win that game. Kansas City and Miami, I'm going to take Kansas City over Miami. Tennessee and Jacksonville, Tennessee needs to win this game, so I'm going to take Tennessee. Dallas and Cincinnati, come on, Dallas. You can't be this bad. So I'm going to take Dallas over Cincinnati. If they lose to Cincinnati and a backup quarterback, Mike McCarthy needs to be fired. The next game we have here is Houston at Chicago. So in this game here, Chicago's hurting right now. I'm going to go with Houston. Denver and Carolina. That's going to be a toss-up game right there, but I'm going to take Carolina to win that game. The Jets in Seattle. Man, Seattle can't lose another one, so I'm going to take Seattle over the Jets. Indianapolis and Vegas. Geez, this is one of the first tough games right here, in my opinion. Both teams need to win. So, you know what? I'm going to take the Raiders over Indianapolis. I'm sorry to one of their favorite fans. He knows who he is. Anyways, the next one is Washington and San Francisco. So, I'm going to take San Francisco over Washington. New Orleans and Philadelphia. New Orleans wins the game. Atlanta and the Chargers. Well, I'm going to take Atlanta this week. Green Bay and Detroit. I picked Detroit to win last week. They had the new coach. I kind of figured maybe they'd be on fire for that game against the Bears. And the Bears were a little banged up. But this week, I hate to tell you, but the cheeseheads are going to squish you. So anyways, the next game is Pittsburgh and Buffalo. I think that's going to be another great game. The Steelers against Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. Oh, man, that's a tough one. But I'm going to have to go with Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's a good team. They're going to recover from that loss last week. Last game, which is also a good game. We got the Baltimore against Cleveland. Cleveland needs to win. Baltimore needs to win. Who's going to win this game? They both will run on each other. I think it's going to come down to the passing game and a little bit of defense here. So I hate to do this because I was wrong last week. But I'm going to go with Baltimore in this game. Baltimore has no choice but to win. You know, it's great having everybody watch the videos. Please like the channel. I really would appreciate that. And you know what? Enjoy football this week. We're so lucky right now that we're still getting to watch football at this point in time with all the players that have been sick over the last few weeks. And you know what? I'm going to catch you next week, and you have a great weekend. Thank you.